Welcome back to the program, and we have a very special guest joining us in the studio and a familiar face also joining us in studio. Jackie.
Absolutely, some wonderful people that are going to hopefully encourage you down a road of success, especially if you're trying to be a better you in 2020 when it comes to how you eat and maybe some weight loss that will go along with it. Dr. Vince Hassel always confirms with us with some incredible success stories that you will lose weight on an incredible program that you're a part of. Doctor, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me,
remind us again this amazing opportunity.
Yep, I do a supervised weight loss program. It's a 6-week program. It's a metabolic reset program. So really you're reclaiming your health first, and the bonus is that you'll lose a lot of weight on the program, healthy and safe. Women lose 20 to 30 pounds in 42 days. Men lose 30 to 40 pounds in 42 days. It's, again, like I said, it's healthy. You'll reset your body, reclaim your health. It's really fantastic.
Absolutely. And you continue to bring in success stories. And we have another one today, Amy Harlow, who is joining us. Tell us your story, because it's a little bit different than we've heard with other success stories that have stopped by.
Well, it started for me probably 7-8 years ago. I was turning 40 and I was starting to feel that those jeans are tight, things aren't fitting.
Right.
I'm going to the gym, I'm working out. It continues to happen where things aren't fitting, and I was just getting frustrated. So I had a personal trainer. I would do the group fitness classes, things like that. All of those things are great, but it wasn't working. And the final straw for me was 2 years ago. I came off a weight loss challenge at the gym. You know, they have those a lot of times around the holidays.
Contest, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't gain weight, but I also didn't really lose, and I was just deflated and discouraged. And I'd been going to Dr. Hassel for probably about 3 years now for chiropractic care, and I think at times we had kind of talked about that, and he never pushed ChiroTHIN on me, but you would see the flyers in the office, and I was probably complaining about it one day, and I think he had a dinner or a presentation coming up like the following week or something, and he mentioned it, and I thought, you know, I don't have anything to lose at this point. I should just go and at least get the information, because at this point I had told myself somebody must be breaking into my house during the day and throwing my clothes in the dryer. I mean, you know, right. I mean, I just needed to get real with the fact that I ate like garbage. That's what it was. I could work out as many times as I could in a week. It wasn't going to matter until I changed something else.
Okay, so you kind of already answered the question, but what was different? Obviously you've done all the weight loss programs, or quite a few of them. What made this different and now successful for you?
I would say it's the accountability.
Okay.
Because
you mentioned supervised weight loss program.
Every morning, it's not you text him your number on the scale. You have to take a picture of it.
Yeah, you can't fudge the numbers, right?
Right. You've got to send him a picture of the scale. Now, when I did the program, I was also having to send him pictures of my meals. And I don't know that you do that anymore, because my husband just went through the program, and I think now they enter it on a website. Right. But I actually had to take pictures of my meals.
Really?
So, you know, I'm texting him 3 times a day, and I'm getting feedback from him, you know, thumbs up or, hey, tweak this or that. And so.
And how helpful was that? Say you sent him a picture of what you were going to eat, and then he sends you a thumbs down and says
you did one time.
Yeah. Okay. And then what happened when you received that from him? Because he's not just going through the motions, going, okay, yeah, somebody just came, but you saw that, you knew that something was wrong, and went boom.
I corrected it immediately.
How did you correct it?
Well, and what it was. One of the things on the program is you can eat seafood, and I was super excited about that because I love seafood, so I'm like, oh, I'm not missing out. Well, I had bought imitation crab meat.
Of course.
Because I looked at the label and I'm like, well, it's made with this white fish and everything. It should be okay. And he saw it on, I had made this salad, it looked great, and he's like, no, only real crab meat. Well, hey, I was like, I'm all for that, but at that moment I was like, okay, I can't eat this. I have to take this off, and I have to substitute that protein.
Doc, I'm going to ask you.
I want to jump on this, because how often is it that there's sugars? Because I know I've done that before. How often is it that we don't realize all the extra stuff we're eating because we're like, oh, imitation crab meat. It's protein.
Yeah, very often. There's sugar, not even only hid, but there's sugar chucked into everything. You know, and that's the problem. That's what starts to create the systemic inflammation in the body, metabolic syndrome. It's all about sugar. And so it's creating all kinds of chronic disease and lifestyle diseases. So yes, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Then we don't even necessarily realize it at this point.
Was that what was the case with the imitation crab meat? There's some of that in there, or what else were you worried about?
The real micronutrients that are in there. You know, on this program, we're eating live foods, real foods. That would be proteins, vegetables, fruits, and berries. You know, so it's just real foods, you know, that are close to sourced as possible. To serve your cells and your body what it expects and requires, because we shouldn't be eating processed foods and foods that have been changed. We should be eating real foods, and that's what gives her body what it needs. Then aligned with the ChiroTHIN drops that reset the endocrine system, it allows us to reset her body, tap into that abnormal fat, whereas before she was frustrated and, you know, doing her exercise and doing her programs and not getting the results. I hear that all the time. And this program, there's a reason why you're not getting results, and much of it is because of the disbalance within the endocrine system. So the ChiroTHIN drops reset the endocrine system. We align that with real foods called proteins, vegetables, fruits, and berries. All women lose 20 plus pounds in 42 days. Now they're happy, and then we lock it in. So she graduated from the program how long ago?
Coming up on 2 years ago.
2 years ago. And
It's off.
It's
and
still
I actually
off.
have lost a little bit more because now I am back to working out. And as I mentioned before we came on air, my husband just went through the program, and it was really easy for me to jump on board and sort of support him and do it. And it comes off.
Let's talk about both you and your husband. Is it easier to have a couple go through this as opposed to just one or the other?
It is. It is. But, you know, one great thing about this program, even if everyone in your family is not doing the program, they can still eat the foods. You're not having to subscribe to packaged meals and things like that, and you're saying, these are my meals, and you're having to prepare this stuff separately. This is all real food that everyone can eat. And so it actually it really should eat. So it makes it really easy to cook.
So you probably really didn't have a problem when he says you can't eat the imitation crab meat, you can only eat real crab.
I was good with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just fine with that.
I thought
yes,
you would be,
but it was an education thing for me, because when I looked at the packaging label, I thought, well, it's made with the white fish and crab and things like that. It should be okay. And he said, no, real crab. Okay. Good with that.
A good life lesson again, and a reminder of what we're putting in our bodies is not always what we think it is, and we need to just stick to the real food. Do it, or do the real food, and you're going to have a success story like this, because as you said, doctor, you hear this all the time. I'm working out, I'm doing all the things, but I'm not being successful. Why does this work?
That's right. And lots of frustration from different people that are in that situation. And why it works is because the combination of everything put together of what the ChiroTHIN drops do for the endocrine system, we intermittent fast, we add the real foods. You know, actually at the beginning of the weight loss program, days 1 and day 2 of my program, you have to eat 5,000 calories on day 1 and 5,000 calories on day 2 on your weight loss program. You think that's crazy, but it's all a biohack to the body. It's
Really?
You're setting your brain into a feast metabolic rate when you're resetting your endocrine system with the drops. It's the way the whole program works together. And then you get all the naysayers that are going to say, oh, she's just going to put that weight back on after she's done. When she graduates and when she's done with her diet, she's just going to put it on. She's going to put even more back on. That's because everybody else has been doing it wrong. They'll cut their calories, they'll limit their intake, then what they're losing actually is their muscle, you know that, and so then they don't reset their set point. They put the weight back on and more. On my program, she's 2 years graduated, just like many of my other people. I've taken 1,400 people through the program, and guess what? If you still continue during your work week to eat real foods, now get your exercise going, doing everything else, you're going to keep the weight off. But if you go back to a terrible lifestyle where you're eating the standard American diet and you're eating donuts for breakfast and, you know, hamburgers for lunch and toxic food that's going to make you inflamed on the inside, your body's going to store fat, and of course you're going to put fat back on.
Yeah, but this is proof positive that after 2 years, the weight stayed off.
Absolutely.
Yeah, another incredible success story. We thank you, Amy, for joining us today and sharing that with us. Ben, congratulations.
Thank you.
Great
Another
job.
5 pounds even after the program's over. It's like, it's an amazing feeling. All right, doctor, if people want to learn more, if they want to reach out, if they're saying, I need to be accountable because I want to be successful, how can they do so?
Yep, different ways. You can check out our website, weightlossin2020.com. Enter your information, that gets to me, or you can certainly just call or text me. Phone number is 515-423-8396. If it's something you're interested in, we can sit down and have a free, no obligation consultation to discuss your health and your needs and where you're showing up at. And if it's something you're ready for and you want to do, then let's do it. You know, if it seems like it fits and you're excited, then I'm excited. and I can help
See
you.
that? That's perfect.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, let's start 2020 in a very successful way, and this is the program to do it. Thank you both for joining us today.
All right.